What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Lazy Channel. Today, we're checking out people that have superpowers and they were caught on camera. Before we hop into it though, of course, drop a like. It helps with the algorithm, bro. I'm up at, what time is it? 3:51 in the morning right now, recording for you. Please just drop a like for the algorithms. I'd appreciate it. Let's not waste no more time though, gamers. Let's check it out.
Superpowers are just in the movies and comics, right? While most of us mere mortals don't have super strength and green skin or lightning bolts for eyes, there are some gifted humans hiding amongst us, blessed with some strange and sometimes paranormal abilities. These magical mutants can mystify us with their unique talents. Is it genetic evolution or exposure to radioactive waste? Whatever it is, the X-Men are here. Ready to meet the superhumans that live among us? Let's get it on.
Yes.
Etibar Elchiev. Given enough time, there was bound to be someone close to the Chernobyl nuclear meltdown who exhibited a phenomenal ability. Meet Etibar Elchiev from Georgia.
He's magnetic,
his day job
boy.
is training aspiring kickboxers, but in his spare time, he practices breaking his own world record. This man has the unique ability to attract metal to his body, having nothing to do with his not-so-magnetic personality either.
Now, how do you do that? My guess is he had surgery. He got like something messed up. He had surgery and there's like something magnetic inside it that the doctors put in there. That's my guess.
Dubbed the human magnet, he's able to hold 53 spoons onto his chest and back. Becoming the world record holder was his initial dream, but now he has his sights set on something bigger. He's pulled a Mercedes along the road with a metal plate on his back. Who knows? In a few decades' time, with some intensive training, we might see this guy twisting and manipulating metal at will.
Okay, but how does he do it? See, they don't explain how he does it. I'm telling you, he's got like something magnetic in his battery whatever I said, magnetic in him from like he had surgery one time and the doctors put something in there and it's magnetic so stuff can stick to him. That's my guess.
Wim Hof. Many people have claimed to be
homeless.
able to control their body temperature over the course of history, but few have put it to the test to the degree that Wim Hof has. The Iceman has climbed Mount Everest and Mount Kilimanjaro barefoot, with just a pair of shorts to be able to record it all. In fact, he holds over 24 world records for surviving in conditions that would prove fatally cold for other mere mortals. Using Tibetan time-style meditation, Hof is able to shut off activity in his mind and redirect his energy into keeping his body heat constant. This ability also works with extreme heat, as incredibly, he ran a full marathon in the Namib desert without food, water, or change in his core temperature. Proof that power of the mind and body is far beyond scientific understanding. Kevin Richardson.
Like mindset.
Dr. Dolittle could talk with the animals. Tarzan was raised in the jungle by
imagine that though, being able to talk to animals. That would be fire. I'd give up like everything I have, bro, to be able to talk to animals. Cause I would get more from talking to animals. I'd be rich as hell if I could talk to animals.
Is it too far-fetched to believe that someone like this can exist in the modern...
Well, I guess everyone can talk to animals technically now that I think about it. But understand animals, you know what I'm saying?
Era, South African Kevin Richardson is proof that some people possess a natural affinity for understanding and communicating with animals. Move over, Crazy Joe Exotic. This guy is the true Tiger King, and he's against raising cubs in captivity just for tourists to pat. Richardson is the real-life lion whisperer and has been accepted by a wild pride of lions in the Dino King Game Reserve in Pretoria. He rolls around on the ground wrestling with his lion buddies and joins them for a good roaring session on all fours. He has a wife and family, but once he sets foot on the savannah grass, he becomes one of the pride.
Slowly, slowly, slowly. Oh, wow.
Dean Karnazes.
I don't know about
Imagine
that
if you could just run forever. Well, one man can, Dean Karnazes. He's run 50 marathons in 50 days and completed a trek of 350 miles in 80 hours and 44 minutes without needing to stop for sleep or rest. He even ran a marathon in the South Pole in temperatures of minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit. For those who don't know, lactic acid is responsible for muscle soreness, tightness, and the feeling of legs as heavy as lead after a long session of training. It's produced as a byproduct of converting blood sugar into energy. Cramps and fatigue signal to the brain that it's time to stop.
He looked like he got stretchy skin. Like, I bet his skin just stretches.
But Karnazes never receives these signals, giving him the ability to run almost indefinitely due to his body's extremely rare ability to rapidly filter lactic acid out of his muscles.
Nice.
Jamie Keaton. Jamie Canhead Keaton is known as the human suction cup. For some bizarre reason, an undiagnosable skin condition turns his pores into something more closely resembling the properties of the suckers on an octopus's leg. He can stick cans, bottles, and even random objects like smartphones and house keys to his head and body.
I feel like I've seen other people do this on like YouTube, Twitter, whatever. Unless it was him that I saw do it, I don't know.
After shaving his head on a hot summer's day, he stumbled upon this weird superpower by accident. After rubbing a soda can on his head to try and cool down from the midday son. He's made a full-time career out of entertaining people, with beverage companies paying him to pour drinks out of bottles stuck to his head. Celebrities stopped to take happy snaps with him all the time, and at one NASCAR event, he posed in an astonishing 80,000 photos with fans.
Pull it. Use both hands if you have to.
Troy James.
Wow.
Troy James is not your average contortionist. There are few people on Earth more terrifying than this man, rising up from an inanimate pile of crumbled up limbs only to run and leap towards you like something straight out of your worst nightmare. James is double jointed and extremely flexible, able to force and twist his body into unnatural positions. What's more terrifying is his whole demeanor and behavior undergoes a monstrous transformation. His
oh my god, he looks scary too. What was that smile?
Well, in his various roles in sci-fi horror TV series and films. He's also performed on Australia's Got Talent, abducting one of the judges. His human spider routine caused the judge to let out a blood-curdling scream as James crawled up over his body. It's safe to say he wouldn't have had much sleep that night.
Oh no.
Jerry Michalek. In the Wild West, it was the quick and the dead. Draw fast, aim true, and you might just survive long enough to see the sunrise on another day. Jerry Michalek is a throwback to a bygone era. He's a professional sharpshooter closely resembling Deadshot, who's won numerous national titles and shattered multiple world records. He can fan the hammer at a speed faster than the human eye. His skill with a revolver is arguably unmatched by anyone who has ever lived.
I can shoot quicker.
It takes a little over half a second for him to hit a target with 5 shots, 1 second with 8 shots, 3 seconds with 6 shots, a reload, and another 6 shots. The footage looks almost like it's been faked or doctored and gives a new meaning to the phrase "the hand is faster than the eye." Eskil Roningsbakken. High wire acts aren't news, as performers have been showcasing their control and balance for centuries. What Eskil Roningsbakken is able to do is a whole different—
his hair was like long and red, kind of looked like extra long hot Cheetos.
Ball game, and goes beyond what you've seen in the circus big top. The Norwegian has perhaps the best sense of balance in the world, but sees his demonstrations as art and not just mere stunts. Some of his notable feats have to be seen to be believed, like balancing on a single ice cube measuring 2 square feet, supported on each end, ropes suspended 1,000 feet above a glacier, or riding a bicycle upside down on his head using his hands to pedal across a tightrope between 2 cliffs. Although he doesn't—
that's just dumb, bro. Like, you can do that without having to be thousands of feet up in the air. Like, you could just do it normal, like just above ground, where if you fall, like, you might be like, ow, I scraped my elbow, instead of being like, oh, I'm dead. So yeah, that's cool. I just don't recommend doing it that high, because if you fall, you're dead.
Possess fear. He does have a natural sense of self-preservation, an important trait when you live life on the edge.
Stupid.
Ho Eng Hui. Sometimes it's a case of mind over matter. For Ho Eng Hui, a lifetime of training in the martial art of Gong aligned his body, breath, and mind, and has given him a crazily powerful and resilient finger. This guy's able to punch his finger clean through a green coconut and pour the juice straight into your pina colada. Hui has a permanent spot on the streets of Malaysia where he performs for tourists, joking that his finger provides a living for his family. He's continuously broken his own Guinness World Record and can currently pierce 4 coconuts in a shade over 12 seconds. Just imagine what this gnarled finger could do to a human skull. It could pop it like a water balloon. Best to stay on his good side. Siegfried Sin. Human being or aquatic sea mammal? You be the judge. Siegfried Sin has more than earned his nickname as the man who doesn't breathe by using a state of zen to control his breathing underwater. He's able to spend 22 minutes submerged stationary in water. To put this into perspective, a regular person can only hold their breath for between 30 seconds and 2 minutes before beginning to take in water and eventually drowning.
The average person can hold their breath for 2 minutes? I'm not average. 2 minutes? That's long. What?
He holds the record for the world's longest underwater swim, traveling an astounding 500 feet under a frozen lake without breathing apparatus, wearing flippers and a wetsuit. He took things up a notch the following day by swimming 250 feet in just his trunks. Scientists have studied Siegfried Sin, remarking that he has almost triple the lung capacity of a person. We say his mother was a dolphin.
If you could have one of those superpowers, it's not really a superpower, but if you could do one of the things those people could do, which one would you want to be able to do? Let me know in the comments. Appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. Ta-ta.
Brought out the Glock with the Ruger, I'm a mismatcher. Ooh, baby, squeeze that punani on me, okay?